Hey guys, it's me Nico, here to bring you guys a vlog that's probably going to take up the whole 15 minutes here. Um, Mainly, guys, is going to be a early into the week slash previous weekend recap. So, couple of big points. Really, a lot of stuff has been going on with Bricks by the Bay. All of the new mocks, all of the other mocks aside from Yavin have been completely planned out, but there's been a minor setback with Yavin 4 itself, pertaining to mostly the top secret aspects of the mock. So it's unfortunate that the mock construction is going to have to be put on hold at least for early this week. Hopefully, if I can fix the problem by the end of this week, we can get back to working on track. But if not, then we might be pushing things back a little bit further than we already have with Yavin. So that's a very unfortunate thing. Not to mention, we're still not registered for the convention. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, still not registered for the convention yet, but we're definitely working on it. A parent meeting is going to take place to where, we're all going to negotiate on everything, like, the price terms and all that, I'm going to go over the overall cost of the convention, stuff like that. So that's going to happen. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for anything Lego-wise. Everything else non-Lego-wise. I watched Star Trek this weekend, Into the Darkness. I did not watch the first Star Trek, sorry to say, but this Star Trek was pretty good. I love the amount of action and deceit in the entire movie. Not as many twists and turns as Iron Man 3, but, I mean, it was a pretty good movie, Definitely a satisfying storyline. I wish now that I've watched the second one, I kind of want to go back and watch the first one just so I could get myself caught up. But, the second one was pretty good, Into the Darkness was a very nice film. I'm not going to spoil it for any of you guys, but, Chris Pine, plays the Kirk character very well. Spock in the movie definitely does a good job. And there's just a lot of twists and turns that you would not expect from this particular film, unless you're a Star Trek fan or a sci-fi fan in general, which I'm sure a lot of the people who watched that movie were, and I'm sure there were a couple of discrepancies that a lot of die-hard fans would have definitely inquired about or complained about. However, I myself thought the movie was very good. And Man of Steel trailer. In other words, the new Superman movie trailer, which I might go to see that. I saw the Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, and the original The Dark Knight with Batman, Joker, and Two-Face. So, I might go see that for sure. But yeah, it's still to be decided. I don't know why I said for sure right now. But yeah, so that was another thing that happened over the weekend. Biggest thing probably though is the X Games. Now, like I said before, guys, you may not take me for a guy who even gives a crap about the X Games. You guys know I love football, basketball and all that, but the X Games have kind of worked its way into my heart a little bit because, okay, really, I'm not that into baseball. Golf has kind of gone, not gone dry, but, Tiger Woods, he's doing well in golf. Golden State's now out of the playoffs. Same thing with the Lakers. 49ers, they lost the Super Bowl a couple months back. And San Jose hasn't been doing too well in hockey. And, they've been kind of spreading the games out. So really, BMX, skateboarding, sports like that have kind of worked its way into my agenda. Mainly because I've been watching Nitro Circus a lot lately. I'm pretty much caught up on all the episodes for Nitro. And I've kind of become huge fans of Travis Pastrana, Jolene Van Nutt, and a couple of the other cast members on there. A lot of them competed in the X Games and did very, very well. Judging by how, photos and stuff like that have been popping up on their Instagram, Things have really turned out well for the Nitro Circus members who did participate in the X Games. And for most of them who did, a lot of them won, and a lot of them who didn't win medals went up against fellow competitors from Nitro Circus. So either way, some of the medals stayed within the circus. I'd like to say majority of the medals from the U.S. stayed in Nitro, and really weren't going to other independent parties. So I was really pleased with the overall outcome of the X Games. Nyjah Houston won skateboard park. I forget. Oh yeah, not James Warden. Forget his name. Last name Warden. Whom he won the BMX the BMX high jump. Not high jump. Sorry guys, it's been a little while. But yeah, if you guys go online to look up the X Games, it'll show you on there how it's doing, how the people who participated in there did. Travis Pastrana's event got canceled due to rain. He was supposed to race Ken Block, who is the founder of the DC Shoe Company, and is known for mainly doing Gymkhana races, which is definitely something new and interesting. If you guys don't know what Gymkhana is, just go look that up. But yeah, so definitely happy for all the people who won awards at the X Games. It was definitely the highlight of my weekend, watching a lot of those athletes do what they do and bring majority of those gold and overall medals back home to the U.S. And mainly for Rockstar Nation, I'm glad for all of those guys who won. So yeah, that is pretty much how the weekend turned out. I mean, there really was no other highlights. Like I said, not much has happened. I'm sure I'm missing a couple of things, but I'll list it in the vlog, in the outline below. Right now, just watching Family Guy, as you can probably hear. The new show, Awkward. Well, not really new show, but I watched that. I watched that yesterday, and I really kind of got intrigued by that show because the main star character, or the main actress in that TV series, is kind of hot. So, I was really interested, and now I'm kind of interested in watching that show. But yeah, a lot of the TV shows I like to watch before are kind of not coming back on. I've reverted. Sad to say, I've reverted to watching Girl Code. Storage Wars is not coming on as much anymore. Nitro has become like my top. Nitro Circus Live has become like my top #1 show that I watch now, since like all my other shows are like being filmed or everything like that. Mac Miller and the Most Dope Family, which that first season of that was filmed, already cut off back in February to March. The second season of that's going to come out, so I'll have another former show back on my agenda again. But for now, right now it's mostly been Nitro Circus, Family Guy, during the daytime, Jerry Springer, Tyler Perry's House of Pain, Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns, Steve Wilkos, a lot of the crap I don't usually watch if my regular shows weren't on. During the day, I would just not watch anything else, like Sports Center or something like that, because I wouldn't care, because I know my show's coming on later on. But now it's like I'm watching more stuff that I wouldn't usually be watching, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it has been. I mean, mainly watching TV shows. Laziness is kind of taking a huge part in this weekend, so that's kind of the main reason why I don't have a lot of stuff to tell you guys, like a lot of huge events, because really there wasn't any, aside from me watching the X Games and trying to reorganize some of the problems going on with the Yavin mock, and trying to stay focused on getting stuff done properly for the Bricks by the Bay exhibition, and just trying to get myself sponsored out there, just to get myself some more, get the team some more money so we can finish all of the other mocks, especially with how bad setbacks have been towards Yavin and it's starting to make me think that we can't even get the other mocks done because of how big the other mocks are and how good we want them to look, and how unrealistic our budget is. I kind of feel like I have to be like Restaurant Impossible, which, by the way, I did watch the newest episode on Sunday, and that new episode was kind of creepy because they had muskrat on the menu, which is kind of disgusting. But yeah, so anyways, I've kind of had to be like that where I have, where